but your fear is so near because I see the look on your face. You tried to hold me under, I held my breath. Alone and now you wonder, would I possess? Hey, nothing you can say, nothing's gonna change what you've done to me. Now it's time to shine, you gotta burn it alive. Hey, nothing you can say, nothing's gonna change what you've done to me. Now it's time to shine, I'm gonna take what's mine while you're burning inside my life. Hey, nothing you can say, nothing's gonna change what you've done to me. Now it's time to shine, I'm gonna take what's mine. Take what's mine. Hey, nothing you can say, nothing's gonna change what you've done to me. Now it's time to shine, I'm gonna take what's mine.
Oh, what is going on, everybody? Another fantastic NBL Live Super Show coming up tonight. Before we get there, of course, we have our NBL Live pregame show brought to you each and every week by our graphics sponsor, Web3Cast.com. They do so much for our NBL network, graphics across the entire platform. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, hit up Web3Cast.com. Let them know NBL sent you. You'll get 15% off your entire order. Web3Cast.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Happy Wednesday to everybody out there. Big shout out to Z-Star with the 10 months of subscribing. I am OSU, your NBL Network Director. I am hanging out tonight with the commissioner of the NBL. It is Bomber. We got two fantastic matchups tonight, Bomber, with a lot of teams we haven't seen on NBL Live. We've got on one side Chargers and Raiders. We get to see the number one overall pick, Zach Hartley, play on NBL Live. On the other side, a huge NFC East matchup between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. Two great matchups, Bomber. It's always fun here on the NBL Live Super Show.
Yeah, on the right side, we're going to have the New York Giants taking on the Washington Redskins, and this is going to be a matchup we actually have seen a lot of these two teams. But you're right, on the left side, Raiders, Chargers, we don't know what to expect outside of the fact that Zach Hartley was the number one pick in the NBL Season 36 rookie draft. He's playing quarterback for these Los Angeles Chargers, and they're 1-0 behind his strong arm, 4 touchdowns, 0 interception performance, over 300 yards against Baltimore Week 1 in a 27-23 victory.
Let's get right to it. As I see Expert from The Dynasty joining us. Deck and Dog also in the chat. Keep that chat rolling, folks. Love to see you guys hanging out with us here on the NBL Live pregame show. Let's get right to it. Let's take a look at our players to watch for today's NBL Live Super Show. Let's start off with the Los Angeles Chargers. Zach Hartley, he's been looking to Paul Sharp. Looked to him a lot in Week 1. 4 catches, 104 yards. Bomber, what is to make of this Chargers team? Week 1, I mean, this is a team that went 0-16, albeit under 2 different owners last year, but went 0-16 last year. Didn't get in the win column. This year, they start out 1-0. What are we looking for? Is this a Chargers team that can make some noise in the AFC?
Absolutely. This is a team that you look at and you say 0 wins last year. We already got more wins than we had the entire season last season. So we have to have some kind of hope, some type of hype and inspiration. And they got it right now. Not only do they solidify their franchise quarterback position by drafting Zach Hartley, got off to a 1-0 win right now. So maybe an 0-16, maybe the fans are saying, hey, this might turn into a 16-0. That's probably not likely, but that division is wide open. I like the Kansas City Chiefs, but they have some really big flaws. and we saw that happen against the Cleveland Browns. So if they can take anything from the playoffs last year, they were taking notes, they were scheming, they were watching from home. You can find a way to game plan against these Kansas City Chiefs and beat them. I think it's a wide open division. I like the Broncos as well. I think the AFC West just got a lot tougher this season.
On the other side, let's talk about this Oakland Raiders team with a very young halfback in Taquan Jasper in season 35 last season. 434 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4.3 per carry. But this guy is going to be the man bomber. The Raiders want to run hard with Jasper. This Raiders team struggled last year in that AFC West, a very competitive division. We're looking today, Chargers-Raiders. I think with this Oakland Raiders team, we're looking at a fairly even matchup.
It's going to be a game that I probably don't want to give any predictions and jump out on a limb on any team just yet. I do like the Oakland Raiders roster this year. I think they're more of a drive it vertically down the field kind of team. The running game is going to have to be established in order for that passing attack to be successful. But right now, I still don't know what I see from both of these teams. Rusta Busta looked good with the Los Angeles Chargers week 1. Obviously, Captain Planet is coming off a week 1 loss, but I do like the roster he has in place. This is going to be very telling for the upcoming part of this season. We're going to look back at this game and go, man, you remember that game where whichever one of these teams played well, that might catapult them into the conversation, maybe looking wild card or even challenging for the division.
On the other side, we got a big NFC East matchup between the Giants and the Redskins, two teams that want division titles. The Redskins and Giants competing with that Dallas Cowboys, a very competitive division. Looking at the New York Giants, Evan Ingram Bomber is a big part of this New York Giants offense. 46 receptions, 745 yards last year, and 6 touchdowns. The Giants, we know they like to stretch it down the field with Evan Ingram because he's that big-bodied tight end. When you're looking at this New York Giants team, when you're handicapping that race between the Giants and the Cowboys, we'll talk about the Redskins a little bit. Between the Giants and the Cowboys, I've got the Giants maybe edging a little bit ahead with the Dallas Cowboys a lot because I really like this offense. What do you think about this New York Giants offense?
Oh, they're phenomenal. If we want to talk rivalries in the NBL, the Giants-Redskins might not be one of those rivalries that go back and forth in the win-loss column because the Giants have pretty much dominated this team. But there's a rivalry with the Washington fan base against these Giants because last year they had that wild card spot locked up. They were in a 2-game lead with 4 games remaining. The only thing that stood in their way was, well, they still had to play the New York Giants twice. They ended up losing both of those games. We saw it on Building the Franchise. Washington Redskins, a team I believe that was once 8-3 in the season. They finished 9-7. You just cannot fall apart like that if you're the Washington Redskins. And in order to get over that hump this year, you have to beat this team. And there's no better time than the present. Do it right now, week 2. Get it done. And just kind of get over the hump with these New York Giants because they've just been dominating these Washington Redskins.
A big shout out in the chat. We saw 2 Sclamscriber giveaways in the first part of this broadcast, giving 1 to Pricey and 1 to our good friend over at The Dynasty Expert, and then Unisolated with the full year of subscribing. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody out there supporting the NBL Network. Last but not least, let's talk about Jamison Crowder and this Washington Redskins offense. 65 receptions, over 1,000 yards last year, and 11 touchdowns. Bomber, true or false? Jamison Crowder might be the best wide receiver that nobody's talking about.
Absolutely true. I mean, when you started that sentence, that's exactly how I wanted to finish it. We're on the same wavelength here. The 5'9", buck 77 superstar wide receiver out of Duke University. This kid has been overlooked his entire career. At 28 years young, he still isn't getting the respect that he deserves. Let's take a look at the last 2 seasons. 64 catches, over 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. Last year, NBL season 35, 65 catches, over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. He's a bona fide star in the NBL. It's time to start giving him his respect. Yes, he had 2 drops in Denver last week in a loss 10-16 versus the Denver Broncos, but they played in that Mile High. We always know it's tough to go on the road and play against that Denver Broncos team that brings a lot of JUIs on the defensive side of the ball. But Jamison Crowder is no slouch. I expect him to have a big day, and if they're going to win OSU, wait for it. They're going to need 125 yards out of Jamison Crowder and a couple touchdowns, but it can be done because this kid has that ticker. He's got that heart inside of him, and I think it comes out to play tonight.
Before we get to your predictions, let's take a look at what our Bleacher Report team sees from these 2 games. Well, NBL Live Super Show action week 2. In terms of the Raiders and the Chargers, Adam AA and Eric G going by way of the upstart Chargers, the Hartley Chargers, whereas everybody else taking the Oakland Raiders in the other game. Cringe not picking, but he's part of this game, but it really wouldn't matter because the rest of the squad taking the New York Giants. Nobody going way of Lil Fish and the Washington Redskins. As you can see, Cougs on top right now.
Jeez,
Going
the
a perfect
Bleacher
2-0.
Report has gotten deep. It's like
Yeah,
a starting
that's-
team. It's like two sides of the ball over there. There's
Oh,
like
yeah.
12 people now.
We're hoping for a 5-on-5 Bleacher Report basketball game coming up. I have a
And the
feeling.
content has been rolling in. Have you noticed from Bleacher Report? Before we
I
go to
love
the
them.
game, OSU, I want to give a little insight about this NBL magazine that we just dropped. The actual hard copy magazine is going to be about 15 to 20 pages long. Just after we get through with this segment, I'll go ahead and tell you why we're going to be doing this magazine and what it's actually going to be featuring.
Oh, roll with it now before we get your predictions. Why not? Just
All right, let's
throw it
go.
out there.
All right.
we got?
Well, here's the deal. So the NBL magazine, we obviously do a digital cover, and we're on like 230. Those are going to continue to come out as they normally do, business as usual. But once a year, annually, we are going to drop an actual NBL magazine. If you are an owner in the NBL, one of the 32, it's going to be shipped to you free of charge, and it's going to be at your house somewhere between the time of the end of our last Madden 19 season up until the first season of Madden 20. So that little grace period in which we're doing the EA Access Tournament, all that stuff, we're going to be pushing that magazine out. It's going to feature a lot of stuff that happened in the game, where people were. It's even going to feature some stuff about where team selection might end up for Madden 20 if we haven't done it by that point. But most importantly, what it's going to do, it's going to go over things that we essentially miss as a community that maybe we can look back on. So if this comes out annually, once every year, at this time in our cycle, at the end of our cycle, it will reflect back. I mean, Lip's having a baby right now. That baby's going to be in that magazine. We're going to get to see those pictures and reminisce and go, oh, yeah, remember that year Lip had the baby, blah, blah, blah. Go through it like that. People are graduating. People are getting married. That's an opportunity to capture these moments inside our annual magazine. It's going to be a community magazine. Yes, it's going to talk Madden. Yes, we're going to talk about this game that we play and we love. But it's also going to talk about our community, probably in about a 50-50 split. And it'll be just a great way to reminisce on the season, on the year that we just had, and kind of just put a little bow on everything that we've been through.
Really, really special thing that we're doing here in the NBL. So excited for that one, and we'll be sure to talk more about that magazine as we get closer to the end of the cycle. Coming up a little closer than that one, we got Week 2 action, NBL Live broadcast 263. Bomber, get your predictions. Let's start out with that NFC East matchup. Looking at the Redskins and the Giants, are you going with the Bleacher Report team, or are you taking the New York Giants in this game?
I got to go with the Giants. I call them the big bad bully in Washington, and tonight is going to be that, but it's going to happen in New York. At home, I can't go away from the team that's bullied the Washington Redskins for 3 seasons now. This is going into the 4th season of Madden 19. It's going to be a dominating in-route fashion. I don't see anybody stopping these New York Giants. These are the Washington Redskin killers, and I expect them to continue to do that today. Also, on the flip side, we got the Raiders taking on the Los Angeles Chargers, and there's no killer on this side. I don't know much about both of these teams enough to make any kind of prediction, but I always go with the home team. So I'm going to take the Los Angeles Chargers. They're coming off the win. They had the number 1 pick, Zach Hartley. Let's see his success continue today. See if he can continue to kind of just find himself within this offense. I mean, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. We can't think that's going to exist much longer. But week 2 against the Oakland Raiders, maybe that little story continues as we're early into the season. I got the Chargers over the Raiders 24-21.
Only one way to find out, folks. Let's get right to the broadcast. 2 fantastic games. Appreciate you guys hanging out for the NBL Live pregame show, but it is game time here on NBL Live. Coming up next, another NBL Live Super Show broadcast 263. On one side, a huge NFC East battle, which we could be looking back as one that may decide a division title. On the other side, we get to find out what the Raiders and Chargers are made of and see the number 1 overall pick. It's all coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network. Holla.
And we are indeed live with an NBL Live Super Show. 2 games live at once. All the action right here on NBL Live broadcast 263 on the NBL Network. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. I am OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, the commissioner of the Madden Bomber League. It is Bomber himself. On the left side of your screen, you see the Chargers and the Raiders. Chargers starting out with the ball first. On the right side, loading in right now, it's the Redskins and the Giants. Bomber, we're going to start out full screen. That's a big shout out to Jamie with the subscription. We're going to start out full screen with the Chargers. Bomber, excited to see this kid, Zach Hartley, the number 1 overall pick.
Absolutely. 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards. He was slicing it and dicing week 1. Can he continue that today? I mean, he's got some great weapons. You got Paul Sharp, Darren Waller, Juan Dotson. Juan Dotson, another rookie on this team at halfback. He's been catching out the backfield, 6'3", 233 pounds, and he was an early second-round pick for these Los Angeles Chargers. He's going to be starting at halfback for this team.
First and 10 for the Chargers in those powder blue uniforms. 2 wide receivers over the left side, 2 tight ends on the right side of that formation. It is Zach Hartley dropping back to pass on first and 10. 4-man rush, looks over to the left side. He has Keenan Allen. He puts it in there, and Bomber, I know it's only one throw. I know it's early in the season, but that 21-yard throw from Zach Hartley, that is why the Chargers drafted him number 1 overall.
When you step up in the pocket and you throw a post route against cover 3 zone and you just rip it in there, I'm over here looking at his throw power. So he's 94 throw power, 90 short accuracy, 90 mid accuracy, 85 deep accuracy.
Woo.
Superstar development, 6'5", 229 from FSU, Florida State Seminole. He's getting it on today, man. This kid might be tough to stop.
Big shout out to VG Tasty with the follow here on Twitch, as it is Juan Dotson. Broke 1 tackle and seems surprised he broke that tackle. Did a little pirouette in place. Gets no gain on the play. On the small screen on the left side, you can see the Washington Redskins starting out with the ball first. Allen Ritchie completing it 20 yards down the field. Bomber Allen Ritchie with the Washington Redskins. Another young quarterback here in the NBL that not a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah, it seems like he kind of lost his steam about mid-season. He was the 9th pick in the NBL season 35 rookie draft. We covered him on Building the Franchise. You can find that on youtube.com/Madden Bomber League last season. We got a new team this season. The Redskins look good. He had a solid rookie season. It just seems like the fire that was once burning, how great Allen Ritchie was going to become, it just kind of seemed like it just dimmed out just a little bit, and he's just not as hyped as he once was.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that number 73 right there might be an offensive lineman playing at the 3rd tight end spot, because that was a large man catching that ball, and he still brought it in. Hey, Bomber, give some love to the big men who can bring it in.
Tight end 3, having a lineman at your tight end 3 spot is legal in the NBL.
I love seeing the big boys getting in action.
Yeah, it is nice to see him make a catch. You got an offensive lineman that maybe comes off the bench, but he's got a little athleticism. Give him a chance to dance. And right there, he gets an opportunity, gets a target from Zach Hartley, pulling out all the tricks early in this game. NBL Live broadcast 263,
yeah.
I think we are right now.
Wow. I'm waiting to see that big boy run a streak down the field. 3rd and 4 for Zach Hartley and the LA Chargers. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side, 1 over to the right side. Alone on the right side is Keenan Allen. Look for him on this play as Hartley drops back. Blitz brought by the Raiders. Looks underneath. Zach Hartley just made his first mistake here in the NBL. Should have been a pick 6, but I think old Captain Planet was jamming on that turbo a little too hard. Bomber Zach Hartley, this is where we get to see what this kid is made of. He's made his first mistake here in the NBL. Let's see how he bounces back. That one, pretty inexcusable throw.
I'm happy about it, though. Let's get it out of the way. It's almost like Mike Ditka, when he was coaching, he used to tell his quarterbacks, go out there and throw 4 interceptions. I don't care. As long as you're driving the ball down there and you're being aggressive, that's what I want to see. No hesitancy from Zach Hartley. Let's see if he continues that, and hopefully he doesn't get shook on that interception. But it's good to see it come early in the game rather than later.
2nd and 10 for the Redskins. Paul Richardson Jr. with the catch. Almost gets the first down. He'll be taken down to the 31-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and inches as we stay full screen here with the Redskins, and Giants keep up with the Raiders and the Chargers on the left side of your screen. NBL Live Super Show, 2 games live at once. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. As we are in the new year, 2019. Prepare for 3 months of us writing down 2018, pretending that's actually the year, and then having to scratch that out on our papers. 3rd down and inches for the Washington Redskins. It is Allen Ritchie under center. He's got a bunch formation, 3 to the right side, 1 to the left side. Drops back to pass on 3rd and inches. Waiting, looking, looks over the middle of the field. He makes a mistake. It's picked off the user over the middle. It's the Giants with a turnover in that game as Danny Trevathan coming up with the pick, Bomber. And as we've seen twice here on NBL Live on 3rd down, young quarterbacks making really bad decisions, throwing it right to the defender.
I mean, that's his 2nd interception on the season. Last year, he was 28 touchdowns, 23 interceptions, and the majority of them came at the end of the season. So this is a slumping Allen Ritchie right now. 93 throw power, 9th pick in the NBL season, 35 rookie draft. Let's even kind of get out of this funk. He's now 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And in the early part of NBL season 36, this just is week 2.
At the helm for the New York Giants, of course, is Josh Allen, who hands it off to Saquon Barkley over the left side, picking up a good chunk, a yard, 7 yards on first down. Big 3rd and 5 here for the Oakland Raiders, who has been able to drive it inside the 40-yard line to the 39. Shotgun formation for Derek Carr. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right side, 1 tight end on the right side of that formation as well. Taquan Jasper on his right hip. Derek Carr changing up the plays. He surveys this Chargers defense. This D-line looking to get after him as he drops back to pass on 3rd and 5. Steps up, looks to the corner out, has a man. Oh, leaps over a man. Oh, he tripped as he finished the hurdle.
Wow.
But he's down to the the 12-yard line. Bomber, a real nice read there from Derek Carr, finding the open corner route. Should have been a touchdown, but a little stumble and bumble on the left side.
Yeah, it looked like a hard flat. Took away that little out route. It was about a 5-yard out on the tight set. He looks at that corner route, steps up, nice throw by Derek Carr, and he had a touchdown to the house. He just couldn't get his footing. After he stumbled on the user underneath, he just could not run to the house, but that should have been a touchdown.
Oh, Josh Allen, open receiver right side. He's going to get down inside the 34-yard line. Beautiful throw there from Allen. Shotgun formation for Derek Carr on 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. He's going to hand it to Taquan Jasper, trying to find some room over the right side. But Palmer, this LA Chargers defensive line, led by Joey Bosa, it is a tough line to run against, and it is a tough line to keep the quarterback clean in the pocket.
Absolutely. You get a lot of pass rushers there with Joey Bosa. No Melvin Ingram, though. He's in Seattle balling out with them, along with the halfback that we won't mention, MG2K. You look at this Los Angeles Chargers defense, while they've had a lot of turnover, they're still a very tough front line. You got Allen, you got Joey Bosa. They're getting at the quarterback. They're pass rushers. And then you got Perryman playing middle linebacker. So there's a lot of positivity going on defensively that can make some plays. Let's see if they can hold them to 3 here. 2nd and 8 from the 10.
Little double box action, 2nd down and 8, play action, rolling out for Derek Carr on the left side of the screen, looks to the flat, but good coverage over there. It's a 1-yard loss on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 on the right side of your screen. New York Giants facing a 2nd and 10. Josh Allen breaks the huddle. He's going to come out down in the pistol formation with a bunch formation 3 to the left side. 1 tight end on the right side. Look for some drags coming across the formation here on 2nd and 10. Saquon Barkley in the backfield. He drops back on 2nd and 10. Looks over to the left side, has a man. It is Evan Ingram. He has a 1st down inside the 15, fighting forward to the 12-yard line. Good recognition there by Josh Allen. A lot of traffic over the middle in that cover 1 hole. Big 3rd and 9 now for the Oakland Raiders. Shotgun formation, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Derek Carr. He's got Taquan Jasper to his right. He's got Souls on the left side of that formation. Look for him. He's a big target here in the red zone. 3rd down and 9. Derek Carr changing up the play, bringing a man tight to the formation, dropping back. On 3rd down, waiting, looking, lots of time. Down goes Derek Carr, and who else but Joey Bosa from the Ohio State University, getting into the backfield. Bomber, he's one of the best at getting to the quarterback, and he shows it off there, forcing Oakland to kick a field goal.
That's just a head-scratching moment from Derek Carr. If you're a fan of this quarterback or a fan of the Oakland Raiders, you have to say, get out of the pocket, Derek, and just throw the ball away. At this point in your career, you have to be smarter than that and understand, hey, nobody's open. This is a coverage sack. Just throw it away. You're 30 years old right now. We're coming off a season where you had 15 touchdowns, 23 interceptions. You haven't had a QBR over 79 since this Madden cycle began. You have to start showing that kind of improvement right there. You just shouldn't have took the sack. It wasn't worth it. Save the hit, throw it away, and just get the field goal like they did.
A big field goal, though, as Oakland does convert points off the Zach Hartley interception. But now we got big screen action here. Washington, New York. Big 3rd and 2 now from the 4-yard line. Saquon Barkley getting stopped on 2nd down after a big gain on 1st down. 3rd down and 2. Let's see if they go to him once again. 3 wide receiver set. 2 over to the left side, 1 to the right side. For Josh Allen under center, Saquon Barkley in the backfield. Line shifts to the left side. It's going to be Allen. Quick 3-step drop. Looks over to the right side, trying to high pass it. Just a little too much mustard on that one, Bomber. And a big stop for the Washington defense, keeping this very good rushing offense out of the end zone inside the 10-yard line and forcing them to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, just a great job right there, allowing your offense now to get back on the field and give an opportunity to kind of take this lead. But Allen Ritchie's got to settle down. We need to see Zach Hartley settle down. Those are 2 interceptions we've already seen on both games, on the left and the right side of the screen that you're watching right now. Let's see if Allen Ritchie can kind of figure this out. He struggled towards the end of NBL season 35, which was last season, and he's off to kind of a struggling start here to NBL season 36. I got to see some positivity, especially against this New York Giants defense. That's a very ball-hawking defense. Can he just calm down and start making the right throws?
Good to see on 1st down. They come out, Chargers come out. Zach Hartley completes it to Hunter Henry for 14 yards. They're not afraid to keep throwing the ball with the number 1 overall pick from this past rookie draft. 1st down and 10. They're going to hand off over the right side. Juan Dotson's got some room to the 45. He's going to get the 1st down and more up to the 46-yard line. Nice run there from Juan Dotson. On the small screen on the left side, it's Darius Geis with the carry. And Bomber, we're seeing 2 teams maybe settling down a little bit, trusting their run game, picking up some big yards, and that's going to do a whole lot to open up this vertical pass game from both these teams.
Yeah, it is. That's what you have to continue to do, is allow the running game to help you out, allow your passing underneath game to help you out. Anything throwing short 5 yards and in will also help out a vertical attacking offense and take some pressure off Allen Ritchie.
Ritchie looks over the middle. He finds Darius Geis. Boy, he had the crossing route coming over from the left to the right, wide open there. But he does complete it. Darius Geis picks up the 1st down. Boy, how rare is this, Bomber? We have 2 games going here on the NBL Live Super Show, almost identical starts.
Yeah,
early
I know, I saw
interceptions, and then they turn into field goals. That's
and
so rare.
They both just ended the first quarter nearly at the same time too. I mean,
beautiful.
Just to add another one, another layer.
That's just beautiful. 1st down and 10 for Juan Dodson. who is met immediately by who else? The sack machine, Khalil Mack. Bomber, how happy is everybody here in the NBL that Khalil Mack got traded after the season started, so he's not on the Chicago Bears?
Oh, man, he would be a tough handle on that Draco defense. He would just add another weapon to an already stacked defensive unit that he has in Chicago. Allen Ritchie maybe finally finding his first real nice throw there on second down.
Very patient throw, waiting for that slant route to come across the middle. First down for Washington. 2nd and 12 for Zach Hartley and the LA Chargers. It is Hartley in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hunter Henry, the tight end, on the right in the slot, dropping back to pass. Waiting, looks over the middle. He has the angle route wide open. It is Marshall up to the 29-yard line. And that one, Bomber, for a young quarterback, it always is easy when the man coverage loses sight of the running back, and it's an easy pitch and catch for 18 yards.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, that is what you want as a quarterback, to make those kind of little throws, because, they pay big dividends. As Lorenzo Carter, one of the toughest to stop outside linebacker. They got him at rush DN, and he's nearly impossible to stay in front of on that right screen.
1st and 10, dropping back to pass is Zach Hartley. Waiting, looking, stepping up, going down. Big sack from who else? Khalil Mack getting in the backfield. Boy, Zach Hartley, it is quite a task, Bomber, for a young rookie quarterback coming off their first win. You get to come in and play against Khalil Mack. That's got to be a little bit of a wake-up call for the young quarterback.
Yeah, it is. Welcome
Lorenzo
to the
Carter
NBL
again?
right there. Lorenzo Carter again. I'm telling you, they got him at rush DN. He starts down at the defensive end. He's actually an outside linebacker, aggressively sitting them with 4 down linemen. He comes in. He's tough off the edge. He's got speed, agility, acceleration, finesse move, power move. However you want it.
Zach Hartley, Hunter Henry, get towards the end zone. He's down to the 1. What a throw by Zach Hartley. Look at this one more time, recognizing the tight end wide open. And once again, Oakland's pass defense, Bomber, a little suspect behind as they lose sight of Hunter Henry, who Stephen A. Smith would say was the MVP of the Chargers this year in the NFL.
Absolutely is. You look at this team as Lorenzo Carter once again on the right side, making a play, and he's just using the DN and just smashing that X and getting it right there. It's just too easy. There's nothing you can do. You're gonna have to sit a guy back there to block Lorenzo Carter. You look at this Los Angeles Chargers.
He got a face full of offensive lineman booty right there.
Yeah. Well, how about the catch from Hunter Henry? Let's talk about a
beautiful
little seam pass, nice throw by Zach Hartley. It's good to see him utilizing his tight end position, because that's one thing as a quarterback coming into the NBL. That's what you need to use starting off. You need to find a relationship with your tight end so that he can kind of be that safety blanket and even that over the top, over the middle of the field opportunity when you get inside the 30, inside the red zone.
2nd and goal for Hartley and the Chargers. 3 tight ends out there. They're going to try to get a Juan Dotson. Nope, it's a play action pass. Hartley's thrown it, has a man. It's Carter. It gets stripped out in the end zone, and it's an incomplete pass. And Bomber, that's a rookie mistake. I'm not sure Zach Hartley had to high pass that one.
Yeah, I don't know why you would high pass that. It seemed like he had an opportunity to make the throw and maybe even hang on to it and walk into the end zone potentially. But right there, Zach Hartley, 3rd and goal at the 1. They try to quarterback sneak. Then they try to get cute with a little play action. It didn't work. Now you kind of wonder what they're going to do. They're going to go back to the run game, maybe go to Juan Dotson, give him an opportunity to punch it in. He was the first pick in the 2nd round. So they're going to have a lot of trust in him inside the 5. We just haven't seen it yet. He hasn't touched the ball.
3rd and
Welcome
goal
to the network, baby.
Hartley. It's a big shout out to Draco with the sub. He comes out, 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. I formation. Juan Dotson at the top of that I. Hunter Henry on the right side of the formation. They're going to run it with Juan Dotson, and that one's easy into the end zone. Bomber, I could have fit through that hole. As a nice job by the Chargers there on 3rd down, going, let's just trust our offensive line to create a play. It's an easy run for Juan Dotson. The Chargers claim the lead, 6-3.
Yeah, you look at this Chargers team, and you got to ask yourself as a fan, okay, about time. Why didn't we give that guy the ball first? Why go for the quarterback as they missed the extra point? It's not a gimme anymore in the NFL, and it's not a gimme in the NBL at all either. But Juan Dotson was the first pick in the 2nd round. He's a 6'3", 233-pound halfback out of Oklahoma. He broke a lot of school records. He wasn't as good as Adrian Peterson. No, but he was a big-time player, and he's a tough bring down. We saw some truck stick highlights, OSU, that man is tough to bring down. 233 pounds, 6'3". He is a load at 22 years old. You got to give him the ball inside the 5. That's what we drafted him for. They finally do on 3rd down, and they get into the end zone.
2nd down and 8 for Josh Allen and the New York Giants. They're going to hand it to Saquon Barkley once again, and he's going to get up to the 24-yard line.
Welcome to the network, baby.
24 yards. Shout out to Juke MWR 21 with the sub with Twitch Prime. And by that, I assume it's juke and wide receiver. It's harder to read on here. I look in chat. It's easier with juke and wide receiver 21, but appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate the sub. As we're looking at these two games, very tight early, Bomber, sort of low-scoring defensive battles, as we've seen a couple turnovers. A big 3rd and 1 now for Josh Allen and the New York Giants. 3 tight ends, 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side, 1 wide receiver. Split wide left, Saquon Barkley in the backfield. As Josh Allen changes the play, surveying this defense, he's going to hand it to who else but Saquon Barkley. He has the first down and more to the 19-yard line. Bomber, this Giants offensive line might be the most unheralded unit in the NBL because look at how much room Saquon Barkley has on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah, even when there's nothing, like right there was not an ideal situation for the run blocking, but it still provided him 2 to 3 yards. And then you look at Saquon, he's going to fall forward for a couple more.
Oh, deep ball, Derek Carr down to the 30-yard line. Nice throw there. Let's go double box in just a moment after this play on 1st and 10. Josh Allen, post route, left side. Odell Beckham Jr. with the one-handed grab. What a play by number 13, Bomber. That's why they pay him the big bucks.
Yeah, just a one-handed catch. He wanted it more. He's just more talented, more athletic, and more skilled as he makes a play, little post route on the left side. Phenomenal pass and phenomenal catch. Well, the pass was a little outside the breadbasket, but Odell Beckham says, don't worry, I got the left hand for that. He snagged that with his left hand, OSU. How talented is Odell Beckham Jr.?
Unbelievable talent. I am actually going to go with that was a good throw because that was the only place Josh Allen could put it where the defender couldn't get it. 1st and goal, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Allen. Handoff to Saquon Barkley, looking for some room up the middle. But the Washington defensive line hits Saquon Barkley, and he is down holding what appears to be either his back or his tuchus. Not really sure, but we'll find out. Could be a big loss.
You got to say that again.
That's tuchus. A little Yiddish for you. As a pass for Derek Carr over the left side, nobody home. That could be a big loss, though, Bomber, if Saquon Barkley's out for any extended period of time.
Yeah, you can't lose a halfback like that. If you're a New York Giants fan, you're probably, you got your fingers crossed right now. You're standing up. You were sitting down. You're waiting for that news to come back in. You don't want to see broken collarbone. You don't want to see shoulder tear. And we've been seeing those infamous will miss the rest of the season prompts as well on injuries as of late, early in this season. You definitely don't want to see that if you're a Giants fan.
Well, look at the contain. Josh Allen steps up and...
That's when he tried to high pass it. You can't do that with him.
High passed it while trying to run with him. I'm going to guess that the throw on the run and the high pass ain't what you're looking for, as it's a play-action pass for Derek Carr on the left side of the screen. Looks over to the left side, has 2 people open, finds one of them. Nice throw from Derek Carr. As Bomber, we're seeing what the Raiders' offense looks a lot. They're attacking the boundaries with these corner routes from their slot wide receivers.
Yeah.
And the LA Chargers are not defending it very well.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of sideline passes, and you're sitting in that cover, too. They're getting between that safety and that yellow zone across the field, either with a corner route or a crossing route. They're doing a great job exploiting that defense.
Oh, what a user there. Oh, look at our Nemo make that pick, and down goes Brown in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. It looks like Barkley will return, but Bomber, that was picture perfect usering in the middle by our own little fish.
Yeah, it was a little slot chase, Texas concept. You got a Texas angle route out the backfield. Not out the backfield, but coming from the tight end position. It looks like he's going to the flat, and he breaks back in. The user did a great job sniffing that out, reading that, and they're able to get an interception. And that's a point swing right there. Should have had 3 on the board, potentially 7 with the touchdown and an extra point. Washington Redskins kind of dodge a bullet. $1:44 left. Let's see if they can get on the board.
Hand up to Taquan Jasper, 6 yards on first down as the Oakland Raiders looking to punch this one in. As a nice throw there from Allen Ritchie, finding Jamison Crowder, a little spin move away down to the 38-yard line. Washington, they've got all 3 timeouts, $1:35 to go. Oakland looking to punch this in from the 10-yard line, $1:47 and counting. It is Derek Carr in the shotgun. Taquan Jasper to his left, bunch formation, 3 to the right side, 1 over to the left side, and his Souls alone on the left side of the formation. 2nd down and 4 for the Oakland Raiders. So he surveys this very talented LA Chargers defense, looking to respond to the touchdown earlier. Looks underneath, has a man. He's got the first down. At about the 4-yard line. Derek Carr, 6 of 7, 107 to start this game, Bomber. I think if you're a Raiders fan, you're really excited what you're seeing from Derek Carr in this game.
Yeah, we are. I'm seeing him control the offense. I'm seeing him control his team. And that's what you expect from a 30-year-old quarterback. It's about dang time, Derek Carr. Now get this team into the end zone, and I want to see you guys in half with a lead for once, as this has been a struggling organization so far this Madden cycle.
1st and goal. Top of the formation is Taquan Jasper. He'll get the carry over the left side. Juke move. He just slots right in there. He finds the end zone. The Raiders respond to the LA Chargers touchdown with one of their own on the ground with Taquan Jasper. Bomber, this is a young rookie running back that I think everybody in the NBL should get to know his name because he's got the tools to be one of the best.
Yeah, absolutely. And right there, he does it against an engaged 8. They got a nice front line this season, a good run-blocking offensive line. Let's see if they can get this kid some opportunities. Week 1, Taquan Jasper was 12 attempts, 51 yards, and a touchdown. That's 4.3 yards per carry. But I believe this sophomore season isn't going to be a sophomore slump. Only 102 attempts in his first year as a rookie. I mean, he's out of Oklahoma too. He was playing behind Juan Dotson. They were playing together, but really he was playing behind Juan Dotson, and he struggled to get a lot of reps. So he might be kind of a slow developing rookie halfback that came out last season.
But we're seeing with Alan Ritchie and the Washington Redskins, you might be saying, wow, this Washington Redskins offensive line not doing a very good job. But Alan Ritchie, you can see the contain is on by this New York Giants defensive line, and he just keeps dropping back. And when you do that against a Giants defensive line that is quick and athletic, you're going to end up getting sacked a lot.
Absolutely. You see right there, I mean, look on the right side, they're double teaming Lorenzo Carter right there.
Yeah, but Jamison Crowder just comes up with a big catch, but he goes down.
He's got hands. Oh, hopefully it's nothing bad as he's holding his right arm.
Doesn't look like he's feeling very good right now.
Yeah, it could be a shoulder tear there, or maybe something even worse. Hopefully not a broken collarbone. You don't want to see a receiver at 28 years old still in his prime.
What sort of receiver would break a collarbone?
Maybe a Jamison Crowder type receiver. I don't know.
What about a Corey Coleman type receiver?
Maybe it's a smaller wide receiver thing. I mean, Corey Coleman being 5'10". You look at Jamison Crowder, he's what, 5'9". These smaller receivers seem to be going down early in NBL season 36, so hopefully he's okay. We'll get the report here in just a sec.
Al Richie's going to take another sack as Lorenzo Carter, though, goes down after sacking him. He looks fine, but who knows? Who knows in this one? But we made another announcement in our group chat, but I guess we should make it to everybody else. Everybody talking about cashing out, the game where you can win $1,000. Don't have to be in the NBL. You can play when you want. We announced a new prize in that game. We're actually taking everybody who, if you have the best record in an individual week, you'll be entered into a drawing at the end of the year for an Xbox Live 1-year subscription. That's just a horrible throw.
Pass.
That's just a horrible throw.
Yeah.
That one graciously donated by our very own Z-Star, as Jameson Crowder with that shoulder tear. So if you do the best in an individual week, you might win yourself an Xbox Live 1-year subscription, which. Bummer, as everybody here who plays on Xbox Live, we know that's not cheap.
Yeah, I just actually bought one. I would definitely love to win that and then re-up for 2 years and not have to worry about purchasing another one for a while. That would be nice.
Zach Hartley with a nice throw over the middle to Tajay Sharp. Spikes the ball, Bomber. First half, there's still a little bit of time, but before we get to halftime, what's your grade for Zach Hartley here in the first half? One interception, but other than that, he's been fairly solid.
I'm glad the interception happened. I mean, you look at this team right now, they're very Zach Hartley dependent. They have Juan Dotson at halfback. They have a lot of new pieces. I'm going to give him a B plus so far. I know the interception was him just trying to make a play. Right now, let's see if he can get into the end zone with 25 seconds left. This might turn into an A- to end his half. On the season, he's 4 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Here he goes, dropping back to pass on 2nd and 10. Waiting, looking. He was looking to the end zone there. Had the drag route. All sorts are open underneath. 19 seconds left. He'll face a 3rd down and 10. And Bomber, that's just I won't say a rookie mistake, but that's something Zach Hartley has to learn. Oakland's going to be dropping back, protecting that end zone. Sometimes you just got to take that underneath drag route and pick up the 7 yards.
Yeah, just throw it underneath, pick up the yards. We got a fumble there for the New York Giants at the end of the second half. It looks like it might turn the ball to Washington, has an opportunity to tie this game up. Expect the New York Giants to challenge that fumble.
By the way, Olivier Vernon, dislocated shoulder, will not return to the game. 3rd down and 10.
That was Lorenzo Carter.
Lorenzo Carter, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yep, 3rd down and 10. Dropping back to pass is Zach Hartley. Zach Hartley just gets rid of it, looks to the back of the end zone for Keenan Allen. A nice defensive play behind Allen. I believe that was Carl Joseph making the play. Remember, 4th and 10. LA, though, settled for a field goal. So, end of the half, Bomber, he leads them down, gets some points. But as we're looking at this field goal from the left hash mark, up and good, 10-9 the score. That missed extra point is looming large.
It's big, and it always comes back to bite you, those 1 points. You just got to get those points on the board. It should be 10-10 going into half right now, as the Washington Redskins trying to do some magic and tie this game up as well, or maybe even take the lead.
Woo! The user got lost there. Oh, that slot out route. So hard to defend. He was waiting for the post. It broke outside. Paul Richardson with the catch. Washington used their 2nd timeout. Oh, Bomber, the dangers of usering. You see so many guys using on that slot guy. You don't see too many slot out routes, especially 12 yards down the field, but a beautiful, beautiful route by Paul Richardson and a nice throw from Alan Ritchie.
And that's just trusting your receiver. You realize the defender is really just, his hips are turned. He's not even looking back anymore. He's running with the receiver. You know your receiver's about to break. You got to trust your receiver right there. And Paul Richardson Jr. gets it done here for Allen Ritchie. They're approaching that red zone. Last season, they were 13th in the NBL inside the red zone.
Stepping up, Allen Ritchie. Sitting down, Allen Ritchie. As a big sack once again from the New York Giants as Olivier Vernon gets in there. And Bomber, I could be wrong, but I think that might be the 5th sack of the first half for this Giants defense.
Yeah, it just seems like they're everywhere. And it was coming from the right tackle position. Now it's coming from the left tackle position. You had Lorenzo Carter attacking the right tackle, Olivier Vernon attacking the left tackle. And it just seemed like that was bad. No, that's tough.
You missed it. Kicking a problem in these two games.
Yeah, right there, an opportunity to tie the game up, going to halftime and say, hey, we haven't played our best brand of football, but guess what? It's a 0-0 game. All we have to do is win a half now to beat these New York Football Giants, and instead you missed a field goal, and you're going to go into half down 3-0. Still a winnable game here for Washington, but it has not been pretty for either side, but the Giants have done a lot better job moving the ball. They just had some costly turnovers, the reason why they only have 3.
If you're playing and cashing out and you took the over on the Giants-Redskins, well, it's going to be a tough over to get to as they're only at 3 points right now. 3-0 the score at halftime in that game. Oakland and LA 10-9 the score. Reminder, the Chargers missed an extra point on their touchdown. That's why they're down 10-9 at the moment. Looming large kicking issues. Washington misses a field goal. LA misses a field goal. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us on this Wednesday night NBL Live broadcast 263 here on the NBL Network. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man Bomber. We've got another broadcast coming up on Friday night. That's going to be at 9 o'clock Eastern time. Let me get those matchups. We've got, as both these teams, big sack there. Down goes Derek Carr. Nice throw over to the right side. Did he get his feet in bounds? He did. Josh Allen with the dot. On one side, Bomber, we're going to have the Steelers and the Chargers. We're going to see Zach Hartley once again Friday night. On the other side, Vikings and Ravens. These are 4 teams. I know.
What was the first game? I missed the first game.
Steelers and Chargers. These are four
so we're gonna see
teams.
Chargers back. Zach Hartley again, huh?
We don't see any, we don't see the Vikings and Ravens a whole lot on NBL Live. We don't see the Steelers. This Chargers team, this is the first time we've seen that on NBL Live in a while. It's a nice opportunity to get to know some of these other teams in the NBL.
Yeah, it really is. And Zach Hartley is, he's looking like he could be really fun to watch as the season progresses. I like what I see from the first overall pick.
Big run there from Saquon Barkley down the left side. Little fullback, fake halfback toss. Love that little pitch to the outside, and Saquon Barkley with the wheels. As let's go full screen to that game as they're inside the red zone. Play action pass for Josh Allen on 1st and 10. Waiting, looks over to the right side, has a man. It's Evan Ingram down to the 7-yard line. And boy, Josh Allen threw that one interception, but other than that, Bomber, he's doing a nice job of spreading the ball around to Ingram, to Odell Beckham, to the running backs. They're mixing in the run game. It's just been a couple turnovers that have really keyed some momentum drives.
Yeah, it really is. And a lot of his passes are to the sideline. If the user starts picking up on that, maybe he can start using the purple and taking that away.
Big play there.
Just a dangerous fumble there. He was about to throw that ball. Josh Allen was stepping in, about to rip that post or that in route across the middle of the field. It was about to break wide open and split those cover 2 man-covered safeties. They were wide out defending the sideline. Man, there was an opportunity to score right there, and now it seems that they're going to be at the 17-second and goal.
Shout out to Matty Ice 2YT with the follow here on Twitch. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who follows, subscribes, or just tunes into NBL Live. Appreciate all of you hanging out with us. Happy New Year into 2019. A 2nd and goal for Allen and the New York Giants from the 17-yard line. Dropping back. Waiting, looking, 4-man rush. Rolls out. He'll chuck that one out of bounds. And now on 3rd and goal, Bomber, you got to think a handoff to Saquon Barkley is coming.
Yeah, it has to be. You don't want to do anything aggressive here, but you could do maybe a wide receiver screen, catch him off guard, give Odell an opportunity in space to make a couple men miss. Maybe he gets into the end zone as Zach Hartley on the other side is trying to drive the ball down the field, looking again. I believe that's his favorite target, Keenan Allen, trying to make a play. How successful has Keenan Allen been this cycle? Not much, but how much could he be better with a guy like Zach Hartley under center? It just seems like the targets. If you got him in fantasy, this might be a big-time play.
Now they're throwing it. Josh Allen looks over to the left side, has a man. Odell Beckham making an Odell Beckham play over the defender, and he gets the old backside in play as the New York Giants bomb. We thought the conservative run from Saquon Barkley was coming, and OBJ says, not on my watch. Big touchdown for the New York Giants.
Yeah, the New York Giants are just fearless right now. Some might say even borderline reckless. You got a 3rd and goal. You're sitting at the 17. Why risk a passing play when you're just coming off a fumble from your quarterback, Josh Allen? He's already got a turnover already. The New York Giants trust this team. They are a gunning team. They're going to drive the ball down the field. They're going to make plays, and they did it right there as they're up 10-0.
Big conversion from Zach Hartley on the other side. Converted the 3rd and long. He drops back to pass on 1st and 10. Offensive line holds up. He looks underneath. He finds Tajay Sharp at the 41-yard line. Hartley 10 of 15, 176 and 1 interception. The number 1 overall picks debut on NBL Live. Bomber, but on the other side, 10-0. New York's on top. What does Washington have to do offensively to get back in this game?
Well, they got to put points on the board. You get inside a field goal range, you got to come away with at least a field goal. I'm tired of seeing the Washington Redskins make these mental mistakes and just take themselves out of the game. This is a team that should easily have 7 points on the board. Right now, they're down 10-0, but there's still a lot of time left. So just relax, be cool, make a play, kind of like the Oakland Raiders are doing over there on the left side of the street.
Joseph jumps that seam route, read his eyes, and Zach Hartley throws his 2nd interception of the game, the 2nd interception of this young season. And Oakland with a 1-point lead gets great field position at the 47-yard line. Bomber right there. That's just, once again, that's a common rookie mistake, staring down one wide receiver, looking at one wide receiver, and right there the Oakland Raiders come up with a big turnover.
Yeah, this is a big arm quarterback, trusting his arm right there, but he's not really used to the speed, athleticism, skill, and cerebralness that the safety play brings in the NBL, used to that college football game. Maybe he could squeeze that in there, but not today and not here.
Dropping back, Allen Ritchie, 2nd and 8. He gets sacked as Darquez Denard comes around the outside, bringing him down. 6 sacks for this Giants defense, Bomber, and that one just another miscommunication on the offensive line. Now a 3rd and 17 for Allen Ritchie, 2nd and 9 for Derek Carr on the left side of your screen. Looks over to the left side, little corner out once again, and it's another conversion down to the 27-yard line. Bomber, the LA Chargers have got to pick up on what this Oakland Raiders team is doing down the field.
Yeah, another sideline pass, moving the chains. Nice throw by Derek Carr. You're starting to see the strategy and scheme for the Oakland Raiders. Now the Los Angeles Chargers defense just needs to adapt. They're down 1 right now, and the Oakland Raiders are probably thinking, hey, if I take a 3 here, I go up 4. That's a nice little cushion right now as far as this game's going.
Nice throw there to Paul Richardson, who has been Allen Ritchie's favorite target early in this game. After Jamison Crowder, he goes down. He's finding the new number 1 wide receiver on the field. Paul Richardson, 5 catches, 80 yards on the day, and Bomber, this Washington Redskins team picks up another 1st down. They're very resilient. 3:04 to go. Plenty of time in this game.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of time left. You get a score on the board. It's 10-7. Your defense just has to make a play. They've already picked off Josh Allen once inside the red zone. They've also had an opportunity to pick up a fumble from Josh Allen. So there's some turnovers on that side of the ball you can get. I wouldn't give up on them just yet.
Looks over. Oh, what a throw to Josh Jackson with the catch at the 37-yard line. The pressure bearing down on him one-on-one, and he lets his wide receiver make the play as we'll stay double box. Both these teams inside the 40-yard line looking for points. Oakland dropping back. Quick drop for Derek Carr. Looks over the middle, completes it down inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Nice poise there from Derek Carr and Bomber. How about the job this Oakland offensive line has done against a very talented Chargers front 7?
They've done a phenomenal job. I mean, that's the reason why this team has the lead right now. We've seen a successful Derek Carr as another sack for the Washington Redskins offensive line, who's doing pretty much the polar opposite of what we're seeing from the Oakland Raiders offensive line.
Hand off to Taquan Jasper. Oh, what a cut! What a cut from Taquan Jasper. 10 carries, 36 yards.
Okay, I'm on the Taquan Jasper train right now. Okay, OSU, you talked me into it. This sophomore season, this kid number 20, his favorite player growing up was who? Barry Sanders. He's looking a little Barry Sanders-esque right now as far as that little cutback goes. Picking up quite a few, picking up 6.
Look for Jordan Reed on the corner route here on 2nd and 19. Looks over to Jordan Reed on the corner route right there, and Jordan Reed can't bring it in, but OSU called. Nostra OSU calling that one. 2nd and 4. Derek Carr looks over the middle of the field, has a man. It's caught in tight coverage. Touchdown Raiders. They find the end zone once again, and oh boy, the Chargers and number 1 overall pick, Zach Hartley, is in trouble as the Chargers have been able, the Raiders have been able to turn 2 Chargers turnovers into 10 points. Assuming this is up and good, this one is. It's an 8-point lead for the Oakland Raiders. What a job the Raiders have done in this game.
You look at this team and you think maybe this is a disappointing franchise. The Chargers are on the up and up, but the Raiders say, hell, hold on. We had a pretty good draft as well, and we got a pretty good running back as well, and we still believe in our quarterback. And they're getting it done right now. They're just dominating, looking great. As the Washington Redskins offensive line might be the worst in the NBL.
Well, but at the same time, you got to blame some of this on the play calling for the Washington Redskins because they are looking at these 4-5 second developing routes down the field. Bomber, at some point, you got to run a slant or a drag and just throw it there. You can't keep waiting for these deep downfield routes to develop.
And they're doing a lot of tight sets right here. I'd spread this defense out. I'd spread everything out and say, you're going to send all those heaters and all those blitzes. Fine. I'm going to have more receivers down the field than you have in coverage, and they're going to be running quick, little 5 yards out, some slants, some drags. I'm going to give myself options to get rid of it quick, because if I can get rid of it quick a couple times, all that blitzing is going to be nullified. It's going to stop. And then I'll be able to get those long developing routes down the field. But right now, the Redskins, I don't like the tight set against this blitz because it takes everything a little bit of time to get across the field and get down to the sideline.
Expert in the chat saying, somebody tell the Chargers they're ruining my pick tonight. I'll let Rusty Buster know, Expert. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. NBL Live broadcast 263 here on the NBL Network. Don't forget, Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Got another NBL Live Super Show. As you'll see, these Chargers and Zach Hartley once again facing the Pittsburgh Steelers on the other side. Vikings and Ravens. Two great games here once again. Both live, both on the NBL Live Super Show as his receiver overthrew that route. That was a disaster. Should be going the other way, but Zach Hartley bailed out, going to bring up a 3rd and 14 Bomber. How key is it for Zach Hartley to just convert this 3rd down here? They're running out of time here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, convert this 3rd down. Keep the chains moving. You need 3 points on the board before the end of the 3rd quarter. You got to get it within striking distance, but right now it's looking like it's not going to happen. This Raiders defense has been fast, they've been quick, and they've been great against down and distance, and that's what they're in right now, 3rd and 14.
Driving back to pass to Zach Hartley, looks up the seam, looking for Tajay Sharp, makes the catch before Carl Joseph can get there, picks up a first down.
He was baiting him again. Carl Joseph was baiting him again. He was dropping back. He let you believe he was in some kind of zone, and he was trying to jump that pass, and it just did not work in his favor. You know why? Because Zach Hartley has a very strong arm.
Yeah, he's got a gun.
Once you get used to the distance and velocity that he throws the ball with, maybe Carl Joseph will be a little bit smarter on there and not give up too much.
Looking deep down the field, Zach Hartley one-on-one with Tajay Sharp, and that one picked off, a rookie mistake, trying to get it all back as Bell's 2nd interception of the day, Bomber. Right there, that's just a throw. Zach Hartley can't make 3 picks after just a phenomenal debut. He's been torn apart by this Raiders defense.
Yeah, he has. He had a phenomenal debut. He's now back to reality, really struggling right now at the quarterback position for the Los Angeles Chargers. But hey, this is good. This is growing pains. This is what happens during your rookie season. You go through these high highs and these low lows. It's how you bounce back is when we determine what type of football player you're going to be in the NBL.
Taquan Jasper over the left side.
And
nice
he is
carry.
good. He is nice. That was Williams, actually. Former halfback of the Green Bay Packers.
Big shout out to D-Flow Gaming, now following here on Twitch. Hey, don't forget, folks, head over to our website, 365.maddenbromley.com. You can check out some NBL history, a lot of stuff, and you can also pick up some of this great NBL merchandise. You can see the Witness Greatness hat I'm wearing right now. Track jackets, pants, shirts, a whole lot of stuff. Big shout out to our clothing sponsor, Came From Nothing Clothing. Bomber, I just got my stuff I ordered from December. I'm wearing my pants right now, and I gotta let you know, they are warm and toasty.
You got some nice little jogger pants, sweatpants. We also have those on sale as well. Everybody who placed an order either has it shipped now or they have received it already. So shout out to what's going on over there, cfnclothing.com.
Deep pass looking down the field. Had a man, Josh Allen, a little too much mustard looking for Evan Ingram down the field. New York up 10-0 as they're nearing the 4th quarter. Oakland and LA just hit the 4th quarter. We got the double box action going on right now. Again, don't forget Friday night NBL Live broadcast 264, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live here on Twitch. Be sure to go over to our YouTube page, youtube.com/MaddenBomberLeague. We have all of our archives of our games over on YouTube as well as our original programming, including building the franchise Cincinnati Bengals. Bomber, we got a BTF coming up on this week, Sunday.
Yeah, it'll be this Sunday. We're going to have our first regular season game for the Cincinnati Bengals. Who are coming off a big loss to the Tennessee Titans. They got to get it together. What's going on at Cincy? Talk to me, Eric. He's not here to talk, so.
Oh, he's come on, Eric. Eric G.
He's in the chat, yeah.
He's in the chat. He says he's laughing. He's laughing pretty hard at Zach Hartley because I know old Rusta Buster was talking some trash about Luke Poe, the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, saying how good Mr. Hartley was over Poe. And right now, Eric G is enjoying the fact that Zach Hartley is struggling today in Oakland. 3rd and 20 on the right side for the New York Giants. 2nd and 8. Taquan Jasper for the Oakland Raiders goes right up the middle, breaks the tackle, gets near the first down at the 42-yard line.
12 rushes, 44 yards for Taquan. Jasper.
Ooh.
And I tell you what, those 44 yards have looked good. It's one of those guys where I'm like, he's not breaking anything big right now, but he will soon. And if you got him on fantasy, that's definitely a player to watch and definitely keep tight to the vest because he's going to be a superstar.
Bungie the Champ joining us in chat. I believe one of the newest members of the grid hanging out with us. Appreciate you coming in after your long day at work, and glad to have you part of the community. 3rd and 25 for Josh Allen. Dropping, waiting, looking. He's about to have that wide open. Finds him. Easy pitch and catch. At some point, Bomber, old Nemo in usering right there, did exactly what I think a lot of people do. You got to strafe in your zone, but once the ball is let go, you can sprint to it. He stayed in that strafe pretty long.
Yeah, probably could have got underneath the ball, made a play there. Didn't happen. And it just goes back to the fact that the New York Football Giants just dominate the Washington Redskins. That's what happens, and that's what's happening right now.
Chargers defense standing tall, stopping the Oakland Raiders. They're going to get the ball back. 4:39 to go, Bomber. What are you looking for from Zach Hartley and this Chargers offense?
I need to see points on the board. I needed it before the start of the 4th, but right now, if they can just get a field goal and move the ball down the field, or even a touchdown would be even better, obviously, and maybe a 2-point conversion tie the game up. But even just a field goal will then flip the pressure back to Oakland and allow your defense to say, hey, if we get a stop, put our offense back on the field, we can win this game. But I need to see a score probably before the 3:15, 3-minute mark.
Hartley dropping back on 1st and 10, looks over the middle, little angle route. Carter picks it up down to the 50-yard line. Lamb going down. That's one of the big offensive linemen for the Los Angeles Chargers. Does stop the clock. They're down to midfield. A nice, easy pitch and catch. We're here on the big screen with Oakland and LA. You can see the Giants and Redskins on the small screen. They've got a 3rd and 5 to convert New York down at the 40-yard line. Shotgun formation for Zach Hartley and the LA Chargers. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left side, 1 over to the right side, 1 tight end. On the right side of that formation, that is Hunter Henry. Williams coming in motion from the left. Dotson on his left hip, dropping back. Zach Hartley waiting, looking, rush coming up the middle. He throws it up to the left side. Tajay Sharp going for it. Flag down. I think they're going to get some pass interference down there. But Bomber, I don't like the throw there from Zach Hartley. The rush was coming. He could have thrown it underneath. Instead, we've seen a tendency for him to chuck it up deep and try to make his wide receivers make a play.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. Charger fans out there got to explain to me what's the mentality here. You're down just a score. You're down 8 points. What is the rush and the need to have to drive the ball down the field? We saw it before the end of the first half. Take what's underneath. Take what's given. Give your team an opportunity to get those shorter 2nd downs, shorter 3rd downs to make a play.
Oh, what a throw from
what a
Josh
dive.
Allen, and he didn't get his feet in bounds.
He dropped it. I think he dropped it.
Did he drop
at the
it?
end, too.
He didn't
Yeah.
have. Wow. What a throw from Josh Allen, though. That's a tight
that's
window.
dropping it in a bucket right there.
Woo, woo, woo.
Put a
That's all I
little bit
got.
underneath it. Allow your receiver to run up under it. I love that. This Madden, they got that in there.
2nd down and 12 for the LA Chargers. Shotgun formation for Zach Hartley. He's got 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The tight end Henry in the slot on the right side. He drops back to pass, drops back, waiting, looking, looks deep down the middle of the field, looking for Hunter Henry, who makes the play, but a good hit. And that was a smart user there, Bomber. Initially, I thought there was a mistake made as he drops back deep, but instead, he lets Henry make the catch, knows he's going to high point it, makes a big hit, and forces the Chargers into a big 3rd and 12. It's on Zach Hartley now, Bomber, just to not take a sack.
Don't take a sack. Allow yourself to stay in field goal range. Throwing that seam against cover 3 with the 3 deep 3rd, middle 3rd over top of the ball. I really don't like that pass too much. And I just see Zach Hartley constantly trying to get 7 on the board right here, getting a little too aggressive. Let's play for the field goal here, boys, and we still have a lot more football left in this game.
Josh Allen on 3rd and 11. Big sack for the Redskins defense as Mahoney comes around the outside, forcing New York to kick a field goal. 4:53 to go. Plenty of time to get back in this game. Zach Hartley, 3rd and 12, looks over to the left side. Low pass to Keenan Allen. And how about the accuracy from Zach Hartley? Bomber, you love to see the low pass implemented.
I like the low
Redskins
pass,
block
and
the kick.
I like Keenan Allen getting underneath the ball, and the Washington Redskins got a little hope right here. A little life in there. Big-time special teams play. Keeps any points off the board for the Giants. Now the Washington Redskins just have to score, which has been nearly impossible so far.
It's been completely impossible. As Zach Hartley looks over, floats it up to the corner out right side. Hunter Henry trying to get over there. But Carl Joseph, Bomber,
He's
what a
phenomenal.
job he's
How old
done.
is this guy?
Well, let me think. We're in the 4th season of the cycle, so he's got to be 27?
Oh, he's that young, huh?
Oh,
I
yeah,
always
he's
feel like
young.
he's old.
Could be wrong.
I don't know, it's just his gear. He's got on the old man's gear. Look at that. He's got elbow, ankle, knee.
You got to protect that stuff.
Smells like Ben Gay. I mean,
Listen, your joints sometimes get tired and they're aching. You need to relieve the pain.
he's 26
Looks over the
years-
middle.
He's only
Woo.
26.
Yeah, he's
Wow,
throw there
Carl
from Zach.
Joseph, phenomenal safety there. Strong safety, for the Oakland Raiders. Phenomenal player.
as Zach Hartley with a nice throw over the middle, and now first and goal from the 7-yard line, Bomber. This is where it gets tough. There's not a lot of room to work with. We've seen the Chargers use a lot of spacing, a lot of different routes. Now here on first and goal, got to wonder if Juan Dotson, the running backs, can get involved. Bunch formation through to the right side, one over to the left side. That is Keenan Allen. One-on-one on the left side.
No turnovers.
Gotta
Can't
get
have any
points.
turnovers.
3:07 and counting. Hartley drops back. Rush coming from the right side. Looks over the middle. He finds Keenan
Oh,
Allen,
that'll do.
who gets into the end
That'll
zone. Oh, what a throw. The rush coming off the right side, Bomber. I thought he missed him, but Keenan Allen, he just threw it where Allen was going to get it, and the Chargers are 2 points away from tying this ball game up.
Hashtag that'll do. Now they're going to go for 2 here, which I always am anti go for 2, but this situation, obviously, OSU, you got to go for 2 here to try to tie it up with 3:04 left. Oh, man, this is be a nice opportunity to bring in Juan Dotson. Look, it's 4 wide on the defensive line. You got an opportunity to run this right off guard if you want to.
Gotta think this
Or
is
even
cover
halfback
two.
dive.
Dropping back, quick 3-step drop, waiting, high pass back in the end zone. Tajay Sharp with the catch. We got a tie ball game in LA as Zach Hartley, 3 interceptions, Bomber, but it hasn't phased the #1 overall pick as he has led his team down to tie this ball game, and it's up to the Chargers defense with a little bit of momentum to get the ball back to their star quarterback.
Yeah, we got a comeback train. Even the Washington Redskins are driving right now. If they can get a touchdown on the board or something deep down the field, we might have ourselves a ball game
What about
here.
a sack?
Yeah, or another sack.
Or
I mean,
another-
that
it's-
also
It's a sack.
Cameron Jordan, the wily veteran they picked up this
9
offseason.
sacks for the New York Giants today.
Yeah.
And yet, by the way, 9 sacks. Washington's only down 10-0.
And look at the play calling for Washington. Play action double post, looking
Yep.
deep down the field.
Yep.
Get off the play action. Get off the I formation. Spread this guy out and get off the play action stuff.
Or
get rid of it quickly.
another tight formation. Derek Carr on first and 10 on the left side of your screen, looks over to the right side, has a man, bad angle taken by the user. He's got some room up past the 45, down to the 43. A nice job by Derek Carr as Darius Geist takes the carry over the left side. Not a whole lot there. 3rd and 18 now. Washington, I think, thinking we just got to find a way to get into field goal range and cut this back to a 1-score game.
Absolutely.
And now they go with this. They're going to be
tight
looking
set.
deep. Tight set, and they're going to be looking deep. 3rd and 18, play action pass. He aborts the play action. He's waiting. He looks over to the right side, has a man one-on-one, and what a user, Bomber, right there. Going for the swat, not going for the pick, and batting it away into a 4th and 18. And Bomber, I don't think Washington can kick a field goal from here.
And I can tell you exactly where he messed up there. When he was about midfield and you know he's going on the cross, he just put some air under it. Just lob it at that point. Because it's going to be harder for the user to get underneath a pass that has got air and is dropping down as opposed to a bullet that he can just swat.
4th and 18. Washington is going forward on the right side of your screen.
Another
down
bad
10-0.
set. I mean, this is 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end set. I mean, I need to see 4 wide receiver at this point.
Dropping back on 4th down, waiting, looking, looks to the corner route. The user messed up so bad over there. Just
He thought he was
gave it
switching
to him.
to the safety over the top, so he was going to come down and make a play, but it actually switched him to the closer guy like it's supposed to, and he took him off the play.
do you
Okay,
think?
Washington's still alive here. Somehow.
With a gift. With a little bit of a gift. We're just past the holiday season. That was wrapped up with a nice bow on it. Oakland and LA. Oakland's at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. In field goal range, LA's going to have to start using those timeouts. The big play down the field, and then the play of Taquan Jasper's been phenomenal today. 1st and 10 for Allen Ritchie on the Washington Redskins on the right side. Oh, he waits so long. Looks over to the right side. Has Paul Richardson down to the 6-yard line. They're going to hit the 2-minute warning. Bomber, both these games coming down to the wire. The action is nonstop here on an NBO Live Super Show. Oakland in the shotgun with Derek Carr, 3 wide receivers. They're going to throw it here on 1st and 10. Waiting, looks over to the left side, has a man, and what a catch. What a dangerous throw, but the defense doesn't make the play, and Oakland is in business as LA has to use a timeout here. What a big play on the right side. 1st and goal. You got to think they're looking for Paul Richardson. Nobody on him over the top. They baiting him into that. Rush up the middle. Just gets rid of it. Quinn might be dead. Bomber, the defense is making some plays over in New York.
Big hitting in New York right now. 29 laying the lumber. Deron Sewells, man, this guy is a big-time baller. Number 11 for the Oakland Raiders. We've seen him make 2 big-time catches. He's the speedster, 96 speed, 95 excel, 90 agility, star development from New Mexico State. Yeah, he was a late 2nd-round pick 2 seasons ago.
2nd down and goal. Darius Geist with the carry. Cuts upfield. Boy, do we need to teach Nemo what the controls are? He had so much space to get upfield as Taquan Jasper goes down for the Oakland Raiders. But he just didn't let go of that turbo, and you got that real player motion rounded, that little skittering outside run. Instead, they have to face the 3rd and goal.
Got to get in the end zone here. No injuries either because you don't want a timeout to get taken from you. I've seen that happen before, too.
Down goes Geist. Nope. Nobody, no room there. It's going to bring up a 4th down. They don't want to use any of their timeouts. They've got a big 4th and goal. 2nd and 8 for the Oakland Raiders. No Taquan Jaspers. He just went down with an injury. We'll see what that is. Toss play over to the left side, and down goes at the 13-yard line. I believe that was it's a bruised shoulder for Taquan Jasper, so he should be good to return. As Perriman with the tackle, 3rd and 11. Dropping back on 4th and goal. They're going for it. They need a touchdown. Looks back at the end zone, hits the crossbar. New York's going to come away with a victory in that one. Bombers, some really just that game came down to poor play calling and some poor using. I think Nemo's got to get back in the lab.
Yeah, you got to get back in the lab with that one. Draco was in the chat saying go for the 3. Oh, come on, Draco. You got to play for the touchdown here because, honestly, a 3 field goal isn't going to do much for you. You're at the 3-yard line. You're at the 1-yard line. You should have been able to punch it in. It didn't happen. You had to get the field goal. Washington Redskins not completely dead right here, but pretty much dead.
So
They're pretty much dead.
Full screen with Oakland and LA. 17 all the score, 3rd and 11. LA has got 1 timeout left. Clock stopped at 1:41. Let's see what the Raiders decide to do, if they decide to throw the ball or if they're going to look to just run it and use that last timeout. They're going to get a false start. Could make it a little harder on themselves. Back out 5 yards, putting it to a 3rd and 16 Bomber. If you're Oakland, I know what you're. If you're Oakland, I know what you're thinking. Just hand the ball off, Taquan Jasper, make LA use that last timeout.
Yeah, 3rd and 16 from the 18 is pretty much 3rd and goal. Right now, I'm just running the ball. I'm taking the field goal. I'm going to say, hey, Zach Hartley, you've thrown it to me 2 to 3 times already. How about one more? Just another pitch, right? Maybe to Carl Joseph. He wants another interception on the day. I wouldn't trust this rookie. If I'm an Oakland Raiders fan right now, I'd say, hey, rookie, go ahead and beat me. If you beat me, I'll shake your hand as Saquon Barkley just wins the game there for the New York Giants.
13 carries, 93 yards for Saquon Barkley. 3rd and 16 for Derek Carr and the Raiders. They're going to throw for this one. Blitz coming from the Chargers. Looks over to the corner route. Oh! It's off his hands, and it's a touchdown for the Raiders. I don't know if that's good luck or bad luck for the Chargers. They saved their timeout, but they're going to have to get a touchdown as it goes off the defender's hands, Bomber. I have never seen that in all 261 broadcasts, or 3 on NBL Live. What
262. Yeah,
whatever.
This is 263. So 262 prior. We've never seen a game finish like that. I hope our clip team is clipping that because, man, what a phenomenal headsy play by number 80
Should
right
be
there.
going the other way. Instead, it turns
pick.
into a touchdown.
You know, that when you go back to Derek Carr and you talk about a quarterback that's willing to put the ball out there and allow his receivers to make a play, well, that's where I have a problem with that mentality because right there, you're in field goal range. You could just go up by 3. Takes an insane risk on a bad throw and gets bailed out and gets lucky because right now the Chargers fans have to be having their hands on their head going, oh, my gosh, I thought my quarterback was going to get the ball back with an opportunity to win the game, and right now we're down 7.
Wow. As New York's going to finish this game out, clock runs down to 0. We're going to stick with this game. 1st and 10. Full screen till the completion. Looks over the middle field. Has Tajay Sharp once again. Bomber, how about what Tajay Sharp has done for the LA Chargers today? He's been absolutely phenomenal.
He's been great. He's been sure-handed for the quarterback. But watch Hunter Henry up the middle. He's looked for him on key moments throughout this game. $1:15 left. Let's see if he can get it done here.
Play action pass rush coming. Hartley's got to get rid of the ball, and he can't as Khalil Mack gets in on the play, and a huge sack as the clock is running down. 1:05 to go. LA needs a touchdown to tie this up as he changed up the play using valuable time. Only 1 timeout remaining for the Chargers. All 3 wide receivers over the left side. Hunter Henry alone on the right side. It's Zach Hartley dropping back. Rush coming from the left. Waiting. Looks over. Looks for Williams over the middle. Down to the 40-yard line. Nice throw there, and LA will use that final timeout. They're at the 40-yard line. Bomber. Zach Hartley trying to become a hero in LA.
You can call me Bommy. Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Looking phenomenal right now.
No, I don't like that at all. No, absolutely.
All I'm watching when the ball is hiked, you guys need to watch this. The right side, the right tackle is manhandling Khalil Mack, or it's going the other way around. It's one or the other. Either he gets completely stopped or he gets free initially. Just watch the right side. You got Khalil Mack versus number 75. That's the battle to watch on the offensive line right now.
All right, tell me which Sharp it is. 1st and 10. Bunch formation 3 to the right side, 1 over to the left side. Zach Hartley drops back on 1st and 10. Waiting, looking. He's got a lot of time in the pocket. Rolls out. He's going to chuck it up. Don't throw that ball. Don't throw that ball. Don't throw that ball.
It almost got tip caught again against the other team. That was a horrible throw. Should have been intercepted.
Horrible throw.
But it wasn't.
Paul Sharp. Sure. Paul Sharp. Not Tajay. Is Tajay in Carolina? Is that why Porter's so mad?
Let's see. I'll go ahead and check it up on the roster right now.
Paul Sharp. Learn his name because he's been huge. Yeah, what if the Chargers caught that one? It would have just evened out the madness.
Yeah, Tajay Sharp is with the
Paul Sharp has had 4 for
The
104
Carolina
in the
Panthers.
first game. 2nd and 10, dropping back. Waiting, looking for Zach Hartley. Looks over the middle of the field. Has a man wide open. It's Williams. Down to the 15. Juke move down inside the 10.
What a game.
32 seconds. They're going to have to get up and spike this ball. And now this is where it gets tight. 27 seconds waiting for everybody to get there. Zach Hartley's under center. 24, 23. Clock the ball at 21 seconds because he bounced it off his own center's foot.
And what if
Second
it
and
would have
goal.
popped up and one of those D linemen would have caught that? That'd
Hilarious. Would have been hilarious.
been a phenomenal way to start off this to end this broadcast tonight. What a phenomenal game. I mean, obviously some horrible throws, miscues. A couple got bailed out. Well, a lot got bailed out. No picks. A couple got caught. Let's see if that can continue this trend. Inside the 10 is going to get tough.
Bunch formation, 3 to the left side, 1 over to the right side for Zach Hartley in the shotgun. Dotson to his right. He drops back, 4-man rush from the Raiders. It's going to get there. You got to get rid of the ball. The Rook takes a sack at the worst possible time, Bomber. And now the clock is running. 11 seconds, 10 seconds, 9. They're going to spike it and go 1 play to the end zone. Bomber, the rookie. Mistakes are afoot as 4 seconds left. The ball is clocked. 1 play. From the 25-yard line, Bomber, you can't take a sack in that
You want me to
situation.
predict the play? I'm going to predict the play here. He's going to throw it into the end zone. It's going to be completely covered. Horrible throw. But he's going to get a pass interference. He's going to get it down to the 1.
Ooh.
Going to tie this game up. We're going to overtime. Book it.
Book it.
If that happens, I'm gone.
I'm
done.
He out.
I can completely call
He
those
out.
3 deep right here.
Ooh, 5 wide receivers. They're going 3 deep into the end zone. 4th and goal for the rookie, Zach Hartley. 5 wide receivers, spreading them out, nobody in the backfield. Play clock running down, changing up the play as he surveys, and Oakland's going to take a timeout. Bomber, can Hartley become a hero? Can Hartley make the play to give the LA Chargers a 2-0 start? Can he do it? No,
I don't
okay.
think so.
Okay.
I don't think it's happening right now. 4th and goal. Zach Hartley had an opportunity when he was at the 10. He just took a 15-yard sack, dropped them all the way back to the 25. Now, here's the real tough part to handle about this game is the Raiders should really only be up 20-17. So you should be kicking a field goal right now to tie the game.
I mean,
Now you have
again,
to throw it
he's
into
a
the end zone
rook.
to
You don't
try
want to
to-
blame a rook for too much, but a lot of this loss is on Zach Hartley because he's thrown 3 interceptions, and the first one you can sort of understand, but the other 2 were bad throws, giving up points on the board. Now they need a touchdown. 4th and goal. 5 wide receivers. Look for Hunter Henry in the slot on the right side. Hartley takes a snap. 3-man rush from the Raiders. Waiting, looking. He's going to have to get rid of it at some point. Looks over to the back of the end zone.
nice.
There's Keenan Allen in the stands trying to make the catch. Another horrible decision. The Raiders, Bomber, escape with a win over the number 1 overall pick and Zach Hartley and the LA Chargers.
Yeah, you just wonder, Keenan probably found out he actually touched out of bounds. Maybe got a marker, said, you know what, I'm just going to stay out of bounds so he doesn't throw it to me. And Zach Hartley goes, well, you're open. I'm throwing it now, even though you're 7 yards behind the end zone. Not a good throw. Definitely took too much time, but the Chargers did enough to win it. 297 passing yards, but they couldn't come away with the victory. Their defense played fairly well. It was the takeaways on the defensive side of the ball for the Raiders that really catapulted them into a victory today. 3 turnovers from your quarterback, your rookie quarterback. You got to live with it. But, man, it's a tough pill to swallow right now for Zach Hartley, number 15 for this Los Angeles Chargers unit.
And let's remember they had the stone hands play in the back of the end zone, tipped into the hands for the Oakland Raiders, getting the touchdown with $1:47 to go. But, those plays happen. You got to look back at Zach Hartley's 3 interceptions before we get out of here, Bomber. Let's give him a final grade. What did the number 1 overall pick do on NBL Live? Hand him that test. How did he do today?
I still got him at a B minus. My expectations coming off a 4-touchdown game. You have to think a low's coming up at some point. This is a very great Oakland Raiders secondary. Carl Joseph, arguably a top 3, top 5 safety in the NBL right now. He made some great plays. He taught that rookie a little bit of a lesson. The 68.6 QBR won't get it done. He had a touchdown, 3 interceptions. He went 18 for 30, 324 yards. Juan Dotson, only 7 carries. I think if they would have got him somewhere between 14 to 18 carries, it might have alleviated some of the pressure and the consistent pass pressure that was coming towards our young number 1 overall pick quarterback. That didn't help out the cause here, but I still think he played solid. I mean, 18 for 30 OSU, 324 yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks. That's not a horrible game for a rookie quarterback that's still learning to grow within the offense. Only his 2nd game played in the regular season.
Well, you'll get to see him again on NBL Live, broadcast 264. It's going to be Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time, right here on the NBL Network. On one side, you're going to have the Steelers and the Chargers in a very interesting matchup. We'll see if Zach Hartley can get back in the win column. It's On the other side is the Battle of the Purples. It's the Vikings and the Ravens. Two fantastic matchups. Should be great. Once again, all with that NBL Live pregame show and NBL Live starting all at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, twitch.tv/NBL Network. Hit that follow button so you know each and every time we go live. We are going to get out of here. Thank you so much again for tuning into NBL Live Broadcast 263. For my co-host, Bomber, I am OSU. Once again, don't miss out on more NBL Live Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll see you next time right here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network.